Okay, so just doing like after I've had a chance to kind of get the bike settled and looked into it a little bit, um, just thought I'd give like a little update on kind of what I've found out about the bike. Number one, found out that the motor is free, so turns over, seems to have decent compression. I mean, without testing it or anything like that, it seems to be getting some compression. There was zero oil in the engine. Actually, I went to pull the oil out to see what would come out. And I don't know if you can see this here, but that's what came out when I pulled the plug and drained the engine. So there was water in it, which I'm sure is not a good sign, but I went ahead and replaced the sump plug washer. It had a little nylon washer, and I replaced it with a more traditional metal crush washer. I also filled it up with oil, and then I just kind of cranked it a few times by hand to get all that running through the motor, and everything seems to move kind of as it should. Then as I was looking over the wiring, I'm still, of course it's an old Honda, so it's a rat's nest of splices and cut wires, and who knows what all is going on with the wiring. My plan is to simplify it as much as possible. So no turn signals, at least at first. I'm not going to do a headlight or a taillight. I'm just going to get it running, so I don't want to worry about that. Here's the big issue though that came up, is as I was looking things over, don't know how well you can see that, but here is the coil, and you can see it's kind of chewed up and stuff right there. There is supposed to be a spark plug wire coming out of there. As you can see, this is absent. So coil is junk. I don't know if it's possible to solder a new wire onto that or not, but anyway, they were 30 bucks. So I went ahead and just ordered a new one. So that is on the way. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. My next task is to kind of go through the wiring, and I'll probably end up more or less just creating a new wiring harness for it. So what I'm going to work on this morning is just kind of identifying the wires. So I'm going to get a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie, and I'm just going to start labeling things. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to label all this stuff. I'm going to unwrap all these wires, and I am going to pull out everything that isn't absolutely necessary to make this sucker run. Okay, so here's the handiwork. Got every wire is unwrapped and loose. So now I can set about figuring out which ones are superfluous that I can get rid of, which means I'll be spending a lot of time with this guy right here. Again, I think I can eliminate just about all this stuff, to be honest with you, but I just want to be sure that I've got what I need. So now I set about getting rid of what I don't need.